Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today, I am quickly going to explain why you should or why you shouldn't get a virtual reality headset for your PC. The first question that we need to ask is why are we getting a virtual reality headset? For me, my reason was Assetto Corsa traffic servers, Assetto Corsa Competizione racing, and Dirt Rally 2.0 as my main three games that I wanted to play in VR. What I'm going to tell you is Assetto Corsa online traffic servers cutting up in traffic is not that hyped up as it sounds from people. I have had an astronomical amount of people all tell me to get VR and how great the Assetto Corsa experience is. Now, for me, it took me a long time to decide on getting a VR. I had to make a decision based off of other games as well. And what I'm going to say right now is that every other racing game, okay, Competizione, Dirt Rally 2.0, drifting on Assetto Corsa, literally everything except for online traffic is amazing. Now, it might be my experience in real life. Driving fast cars in real life fast, living a bit of the cut up life when I was younger. You know, for me, cutting up in VR, you're mostly looking ahead, you're mostly planning your cuts. You can easily look in your rear view mirror, you can easily communicate with your friends or who you're racing with. And the need to have the visual to look around everywhere is not that important on cutting up servers. And it's just not, it's just how it is. I still actually prefer to drive a single screen monitor than VR when I'm in traffic. Now, here's the thing. If you're going to play Dirt Rally 2.0, Competizione, any other racing game with VR, and you're going to be sending it, man, it is the most fun experience I've had. It's the most immersive, and I am a faster, better driver almost immediately when I put that headset on these other racing games. And to me, that is a huge thing. I have the VR worth it for me because I play those other games. If you're only going to play Assetto Corsa, for most people, I would recommend spending that $500 or $600 upgrading your PC or getting a cheaper VR and upgrading your PC a bit. The only reason I can personally recommend the Quest 2 to people is if you are going to play other games and you do want this headset for other games as well. On that note, the user experience has been terrible. I actually had purchased a what I think it was called a PCIe Express USB-C card reader for my motherboard to be able to plug in the Meta Quest cable C to C connector. I bought that and it didn't work, but I kept it anyway because the USB-C card reader is cool to have in your system. And I also tried another thing, I can't remember quite what that was. And then I eventually just went and bought a USB-C to USB 3.0 because the USB 3 has a high transfer speed compared to the normal USB, and that worked fine. I actually ended up using the wire from my Elgato Facecam USB to USB-C for my headset. After 2 days of shopping and looking for a really good cord, I ended up using my Elgato Facecam one and connecting it to my PC and getting it to play VR and getting it to stream and run good was a whole nother hours to a day. And the overall setup for getting this to run properly has been a complete nightmare. You know, I can't lie about it. Anybody that says, oh yeah, VR is just perfectly fine to set up, it's not true. It's not perfectly fine. It takes a long time. It's hard to get running good. It is a nightmare to deal with. But at the end of the day, again, if you want to learn, you want a VR, you're set on a VR, you're going to play Assetto and other games with it, by all means, I do believe it is a worthy purchase to get a VR. So that's my honest opinion, everybody. My honest opinion. One last thing I would like to throw in. If you don't have a strong neck, I know that sounds weird, but if you don't have a strong neck or shoulders, or you're just, no offense to anybody, but you're just like a skinny guy that doesn't work out or anything, and you don't have any kind of strength or power, and I don't mean that offensively, but there are people like that out there, and I just want to include them in this because virtual reality for the first few days, looking around that much and stuff, again, you have to adapt to it. It's not something you can throw on and race all day and have a good time. I've been sore for days. I've been getting used to it, looking around, having the extra weight on my head, and whipping my wheel harder because you're more immersed into the game. You are going to end up sore. It will happen. You have to adapt to it. I'm like 6'2", 200 something pounds. I work out and everything, and it doesn't matter because if you've ever taken any kind of martial arts, you know that grappling and doing sports and stuff, you just use different muscles in your body, different tendons and everything, and it stresses them out. Same thing wearing the VR and driving on the wheel with force feedback and playing for a long time. It does wear out your neck muscles. It does wear out your shoulder muscles. You do get sore. It's been a couple weeks now, and everything is perfect. I can throw it on. I can play it. No issues. But anyways, guys, that's my take on VR. I'm not going to sit here and just tell you guys the VR is amazing. It works great out of the box. There's nothing to worry about because I'd be lying. I will say, if you want to take the time, set it up properly, and play it multiple games, not just Assetto, you're going to have a really, really immersive experience, and it's going to be a great time. At the end of the day, everybody, we follow the same motto here. It's not about what you got, it's about how you set it up. Just because you have a VR doesn't mean you're going to have a good time. If you get a VR, you have to spend at least a few hours tuning the settings and figuring out that whole system and how it works before you're going to hop in and have the time of your life in any of these games. So I hope that today, this video helps you guys make a decision. I've had a lot of people that have been asking me about VR. I've had a lot of people tell me about VR, and I just had to get it out there and say, it's not all what it's cracked up to be. For Assetto Corsa Online, the user setup isn't as easy as people say it is, and you will most likely run into some sorts of issues. Once it's all out of the way, it's golden, it's fun, it's great. Have a great day, everybody. I'm having a great time playing Dirt Rally 2.0 with the VR. It's the most immersive, fun racing experience I've ever had in my life on any video game ever, and to me, that's worth the money. Hope to see you guys out here in these streets. Just remember, it's not about what you got, it's about how you set it up. Set yourself up for fun, not failure. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.